might have to. Okay.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
I have not seen this yet.
Video camera, media source.
I don't know what
Maybe
Steven
I'll
has done.
stand.
I don't know what
Just
I've
there.
done. So guys, as
Looking
you
good
can
so far.
see here, this is a small little attack squad that I was leading just moments ago. This is one of the castles in our Alpha 0 environment right now in preparation for first phase of Alpha 1. This is very early. Very, 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 very early.
Steven, is it early?
I don't know. Is it early? It looks early. All of from animations to effects to skills to everything. These are first passes. The purpose of our testing is to iterate, perfect, get ready for launch. We're going to have a very smooth launch because we're going to be testing a lot. And
It's going to be the smoothest.
It's going to be the smoothest launch.
Oh, God, we shouldn't say that.
Oh, no.
No, what am I doing?
Done.
Don't
Where's wood? Find wood.
Uh,
Okay, we're good. We're good. I knocked on wood. We're fine.
We're working very hard to make that happen.
Yes, that is right. I mean, that is a, you know what? I'll be honest with you. Every single MMO I've ever played has had a rocky launch. I think it's just a part of MMOs. I'm not going to say we won't have, obviously, things that are going to come
Issues.
up at launch.
Right.
There are going to be issues at launch. But the most important thing is twofold. One, testing, testing, testing. Two, listen, listen, listen. So you test and you listen to your community. And you do those two things, you should be shipshape.
Yeah, I'd agree, 100%.
So I was hiding, admittedly. But there was a lot going on in that first area.
It's a little scary in there.
It was a little bit scary. And guys, I want to impress upon you one more time. I know you know this, but I'm telling you right now, we're 1 year anniversary from Kickstarter. 1 year anniversary from Kickstarter. And this is the degree to which we are testing, which is great, because the more you test, the more opportunity you're hands-on and you can see what needs to change. We haven't implemented, you're not seeing any implemented combat changes in this right now. So those are all being worked off, but they're in a separate branch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They're not quite ready for prime time yet.
you probably will see some of the new combat stuff that we're working on in about a month to a month and a half-ish. We'll start to show
I think that's probably fair. Yeah.
some of that stuff. In this test environment, we have mainly focused on traditional tab targetable systems, because that's what's easy to get up and running first. It lends to that test environment. But now we're getting our hands on currently the action-oriented stuff and finding the blend, the medium between those two play experiences and how they can blend together.
Right, and how we can use them in tandem.
Right, so you've seen some tab targetable stuff. In the future, you're going to see heavy emphasis on action-oriented stuff. And then once we nail that, we're going to blend the two together.
Yeah. And the action stuff is coming out real fun.
Yeah.
We've been doing some playtests internally, and what we have so far is pretty exciting.
Now, I know that you guys have been working with both projectiles and raycast, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a different way of doing things than the traditional way, but it allows us to do some really fun stuff. Tactics that you normally wouldn't see in an MMO. And it makes the experience, it gives you a little bit more ownership of your character and what they're doing.
One really cool thing you guys are seeing here, obviously UI is placeholder. However, I will say that we did just recently, about a month ago, implement a new UI tech that we're going to be housing our final UI in. And we also brought on board a new UI engineer.
Right.
As well as outsourcing some UI art immediately, but we'll be having internal UI art stuff. But that's going to be shown off probably in, again, about a month and a half to 2 months. We'll have some iterations on the UI. All of this UI is placeholder, obviously, but really cool thing about being a part of the community for Ashes of Creation is being able to see the project as it progresses. And I think it's really cool to go back a year ago and look at what we put out a year ago. Remember that? Okay, remember we did what was that first one that we did? It was, I can't remember the name of the video, but it was like 2 to 3 months before Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And it was just, he was just swinging. Remember that? And he was just swinging. And I was like, and I think we actually took that video down after like
we did,
2
yeah.
months.
That was. We got some flack on that one.
Right, got some heat. Now for us, it was like, hey, we've been in the project for less than a month, and we're showing you what can be done in less than a month. And people were like,
please be nice, please be nice.
Looks like, whatever. And it's just like, guys, the purpose of a transparent development window is to let you see the process from start to finish.
Right. Yeah.
Now, obviously, that's risky. I've said before, it's a two-edged sword, a double-edged sword, but it's something I truly believe the community needs to see, because you become invested in a project. You get to see it from start to finish. You're not surprised.
And it also becomes a touch point, right? Because then you can look back and go like, wow, this has come a a way, right? It just didn't form out of nothing, right? There was a lot of work to be done to get it to the point where it is now.
You know the great thing is, I don't think I ever took the video down. I think I just privated it. So let's say a year from now or 6 months from now, we unprivate that and people can look, contrast. That'd be kind of cool.
It'd be a nice April Fool's joke.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. I think I'm not a good player at my own game.
Oh, man. What have you done, Steve?
I think I died multiple times, just a lot. I was very tempted to put on some GM armor. Oh, somebody black holed me, but I didn't. I should have. It was unfortunate. And Jeff, you weren't in this playtest, so I didn't have my right-hand man to protect me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Where were you?
I failed my clericking abilities.
I was looking for a healer.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't even have. I didn't have.
No, you put me on this live stream so that you could do that.
That's true. This is true.
Can't be in 2 places at once. Although it might have been kind of fun to just show them me playing.
Do like live?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, but for some reason, I think the frame rate doesn't look good when you live.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. Although frames in this test were pretty good. I think we had about almost 40 people total playing in the test. And I was getting capped FPS client side, and I know server was operating at above 60 FPS, so that was good.
I love those numbers.
I know.
They make me happy.
Wait until we get a few hundred people fighting in there.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know. That'll be pretty awesome. Yeah, so we're pretty proud with this progress so far. What else has been going on?
Lots and lots of work, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Trying to think. We do sprints in 2-week time periods now. So, at the end of every 2-week session, we do a big playthrough with the entire office. And then we kind of go and take a look at what all the different departments have been doing those last 2 weeks. And it's been really good because it keeps us honest, and we get to see kind of like what we've really done in that time.
Yeah, I think now that we transitioned away from that waterfall into more agile-oriented project management has been really good.
Yeah, I mean, just for keeping